Now the economy is also growing, right? So we can't help it. They also make crackers for business and for helping themselves. Well, they also need money to live, right? The poor people. So I guess they'll also be getting some money for themselves to live.
Okay, let me just make a point. Bursting crackers along with expenditure, it's at the cost of global warming also. It pollutes our environment also.
Yeah, but 20 to 25 years back, we didn't have such good cracker business or whatever. But so they didn't exactly burst so many crackers 20 to 25 years back. But now it's become like a business. It's become like a part of life for the people who are making the crackers.
But it, I mean, that's a
So yes, it does destroy the ozone layer, but we can't help it. They also need to live, right?
But then the ozone layer is living for us. If the ozone layer, just gets damaged and disrupted, then our living as
crackers all the days in all 365 days of the year.
So does that mean that your extravagance comes at the cost of lives of the millions of people who are not bursting crackers?
No, see, basically, one day you go about bursting, it doesn't make a big hole in the ozone layer.
Sorry, but
It does cause pollution, but it subsidizes over 2 days. Yeah, it does subsidize. There's no it prevails in the atmosphere and causes hazards to many millions of people and all. It's not that.
But you said we have a huge population in India, and most of them will be bursting crackers. And sometimes we burst crackers not only one day, for a week in Mumbai we burst crackers. So with all those people bursting, there will be a problem.
moreover, I burst one flower pot last Diwali and that gave me a cold for 10 days. Right? Imagine hundreds of people bursting thousands of crackers and rockets and all. What will happen to people with sensitive noses like me?
Okay, can I just make one point here? Agreed, you all are for and against, but think logically. If you think that, okay, certain things like, just don't stick to your topic that, just because I've said that I have to be for it, I can think only in that way. You can think logically and you can compromise on few topics and not on few. So, based on your thoughts. It doesn't mean that, you have to just support bursting crackers just because we put you in that place.
No, not like that. We're just trying to tell that there's really no much harm as compared to other industrial pollution and all. This bursting crackers will not be as much of a pollution as compared to that.
But then now, recent times, the crackers have all sorts of nitrates and all sorts of chemicals are being added in that cracker to give a brighter flame, and so more smoke is emitted into the atmosphere. So
bursting of crackers is also one of the causes for global warming.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you just give me a small percentage of how much does it affect the global warming?
Anyone heard of the quotation, little drops of water make the mighty ocean?
Yeah, it does, but there's a
That's
long
the answer.
Yeah, that's the answer, but little drops comes every day. It does not come once in a year or something. Diwali comes once in a year. It's
So
not wrong to
it's
go
not.
out.
So you're trying to say it's not little drops of water, but many buckets of water make the mighty ocean.
No,
All at
those
once.
little drops come about in a continuous range.
Akshay, you tell me. Do you celebrate Diwali? Okay. Do you burst crackers?
Not much.
Not much. Okay. Why? As in,
Of course, the pollution causes and all those things. So, according to customs, it doesn't say that you need to buy tons and tons of crackers burst at one day and continue for the whole week. The customs don't say that, One day you burst a few crackers, it will be enough. You don't have to go about and say, I bought this many crackers each day. I'm spending it for the whole week.
Okay.
It's not like that.
And do you follow customs and rituals on Diwali? And I mean, the now you put, it shows that you follow a lot of culture and rituals and all that. Can you say something on that? Let me just give you a basic example. Now it's Diwali today and I have a black dress. I really like it. I want to wear it, but my mother says no, black you cannot wear it, it's a superstition, it's bad for the day and today is such a good day, you're not supposed to wear. Now, should I go ahead and blindly believe what will happen if I just wear that dress? I'm sure the earth or the sun, it's not going to change its position or whatever if I wear the black dress. So what do you have to say about
One basic difference between a tradition and a superstition. Okay? Superstition is something that we have been believing for a long time, which may or may not be true. Right? tradition is something that is meant to make you evolve personally, as I told before. When it comes to superstitions, what I would like to, put forward is superstitions does, maybe one day she went in front of a black dog and she thought black dogs are not good for her. The entire day went bad for her, right? So, does that mean the superstition is true? No. What it basically means is mindset can do a lot to you. It's your mindset that matters and not the superstition that matters. If I come forward today and tell you, like if you have a roll number 20, you're very unlucky. And you keep on thinking about that again and again. That same thought repeats 10,000 times today, that repeats again 20,000 times tomorrow, and so on and so forth. And if that process continues, then after 10 days you might find that you're getting only 2 marks out of 100 in the exam. It's your mindset that matters, and it is not what is said in that particular superstition that matters.
Superstitions are something like a warning. Something which makes you think that, okay, fine, if this is the case, I must try to do something which put forth all these things, and I have to do something against all these things. Suppose, okay, some astrologer or somebody comes and tells you, okay, you're going to fail in the board exam. So nobody tells, okay, I'm going to fail, so I'll not read. You all will start working hard, no, I will. And then you go about. And customs, actually, I'm not very sure, but in our family, they never tell us you should not take black clothes during Diwali.
Okay.
It's like certain customs follow that, and certain customs are like that.
Okay.
I say that you can go and spend if you want, but that makes you feel happy. Whatever you spend, you're giving it to everyone on the festivals, and you're making everyone feel happy. Basically, festivals, it's for making everyone feel happy. So you feel happy.
As well, the festival is one day that your mind is relaxed after the whole day, you've had fun, okay, everything. Then you get together with friends and something like that. So it is one day when you can actually enjoy yourselves more than your regular days when you have to follow this and that routine and everything. So it just basically makes you feel relaxed and happy.
Well, I basically feel after this entire discussion that spending is not bad, but spending at the cost of others is bad. You spend as much as you want, but see to it that it's not at the cost of others. Spend if it gives you joy, but see that it doesn't make someone else cry. No, that's the basic point behind it. And as I've been telling, it's not spending, it's not the festival that matters. It's how much of it's, how much you believe in that festival, how much you understand that festival, the purpose behind that, that the significance is what matters. Do whatever you do, but with the significance in your mind.
Extravagance is okay, but as everyone said, to a limitation. No one should cross that limitation. They should know their limits. They should know that I must spend only this much. And if they're spending more, they must spend for the purpose of the lower people, for the poor, to make them also happy on that day. So there should be happiness if extravagance prevails.
You have to spend on Diwali. But just think of the people who are living in other parts of the world. In India itself, how many people are poor? Many children are living with only one meal per day. You have to think of you have to think of them. So spend, but don't overspend. I am telling you, don't be a miser, but be wiser. Be wise in spendings.
Yeah, everyone has said the same point. Like, you spend, but don't overspend. Yeah, that's the same thing. Everyone has to say the same thing. Like, stick to the customs, know about your rich tradition of our nation, uphold our nation, pass on to the next generation. That's what I want.
I think my students are really happy. Yes.
Any of the other teachers, any observations?
It's a very good exposure, that's what I said. We should continue this trend.
Yeah.
The talents are really coming out, and we didn't expect that they will be speaking a lot. They do in the class. They do in class, but still in this public, I didn't think. It's really wonderful. It's really amazing. Here will be the first time coming out for such an exposure. It was a lovely exposure. I could just see, the points bubbling out from them, and I just wanted to display the talent. So here is, a forum where we can really catch them young.